Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. And I am back. You're watching iAllegedly. September has got a bunch of huge changes coming to the economy that we're going to talk about today. And before I do that, please take a second, hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. I am back. First things first. About 2 weeks ago, I got diagnosed with what I thought was food poisoning. And which, from being a traveling salesman for 25 years, I just would, I eat all over the place. Travel, eat, things would get me. I'd be back the next day. This time, I just couldn't shake it, and it was really bad. And the thing that bothered me was that I started to have trouble eating and keeping things down. So my daughter takes me to the emergency room or urgent care, and every time you go in now, they give you a COVID test. And they did not give me the quick COVID test. They gave me the 3 to 5 day. But my symptoms got worse. My breathing got worse. Got a headache. Just couldn't eat at all. So should have taken me to the emergency room the next day. And I did in fact have COVID. And I was walking around with pneumonia. And needless to say, it just took a real toll on me. I appreciate everybody's thoughts, everybody's prayers. I have great doctors, I have a great family, I have a great support staff that has really helped me. I have lost a tremendous amount of weight during this time. My strength is coming back. It was funny, I've been trying to get out of the house to film, and under my girlfriend and my daughter and everybody else is keeping me in the house. This is the best I could do right now. So I got a couple more days in the house, and then I'll be back out amongst everybody doing what you guys like to see. But there is some huge news going on in the economy right now. And first things first, the eviction moratorium has ended. And the crazy thing about this is that, people are shocked. Oh, wow. The Supreme Court overturned it. Well, it's about time. But here's the crazy thing that I've learned about all this from talking to landlords around the country. Every state is different when it comes to evictions. California still has a moratorium in place through the end of September, and because of our governor's election that's coming up, it's very unlikely that they're going to overturn and follow the Supreme Court guidelines until the end of September. That's everything I've read. That's what it looks like. But first things first is the eviction. If someone is in these houses during this time, they're done. There's nothing they can do. There's no more extension. There's no more Hail Mary. Congress is out until September 20th. There will be no new legislation on this. It's just that simple. But the thing I've learned is it is crazy how evictions work. And from talking to landlords in different states, some states, you file for the eviction, the people get notified, they get to go to court, they get to be heard, back and forth, and then, no, you're going to get evicted. You've got 7 days, 10 days, 5 days, whatever it's going to be. Some of these states, you file, the decision's made, the landlord can start calling and saying, hi, John, you have to pay. You have to get out. I'll give you 3 days to get out. Or they can hire a moving van. This is crazy to me. They can hire a moving van and a moving company that will come into people's houses, load everything up, carry it away, and at the renter's expense, they're responsible to maintain that. So these are people that don't have the money right now. So there's going to be judgment after judgment after judgment. Many banks, JP Morgan for one of them, has talked about how there's 3.5 million people that can face eviction. That's ridiculous. There's over 14 million people that have been behind in their rent. 14 million from all the numbers that I can see. So these people are not miraculously going to make the rent good. Now, there are going to be some good landlords that are going to bend and they're going to make deals and let people stay and things like that as long as they pay their rent. But you're going to see a slew of properties that will go on the market. This just cannot, it cannot be sustained. It cannot be kept where people are going to be able to stay in these houses. And there's going to be a massive slew of evictions. And the landlords that I've talked to, every single one of them is angry at this point. They're not, okay, we're going to bend. They're all furious at this point. So you're going to see a massive amount of evictions. Now, that being said, there are still 4 states that have an eviction moratorium. California, Illinois, Washington, D.C., and New Jersey have some type of moratorium. Now, here's the thing. I have seen numbers all over the place. I've seen numbers as high as $30 billion in past due rent from people. $30 billion in past due rent. So, guys, there's still some, eviction or a rental moratorium money and a rental assistance money, but it's too late, guys. It's way too late. If you haven't gotten it yet, it's way too late. Now, with the rental moratorium ending, you still have to look at another thing, and that is forbearance. Right now, we cannot get a clear number on the mortgages that are in forbearance. 2.5 million, 5 million, 8 million, 10 million. We don't know the number of that. So in the next 60 days, you're going to see a slew of people that will not be able to refinance their house, and they're going to be in serious, serious trouble during this time. Now, that being said, the next cliff that's going to happen is on September 4th, the pandemic unemployment is finished. It is done in every single state, and President Biden said he will not extend it. Now, what's the big deal with this is that you have a tremendous amount of people that have been paid to sit at home and not work. Now, I know a lot of people that have done 2 things during this time. Some people have taken advantage of this and just sat there, watched TV, and done nothing. I know other people that have learned to sell. I know other people that have learned marketing skills, different trades, different sales things during this time so they could better themselves because, hey, I don't want to be a barista anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Plus, again, you're seeing more and more companies offering incentives to have people stay at home. So they're getting 5% pay cuts. There's things like that that are happening. But you're going to see a slew of people that will be looking for work next week. It's just that simple. Labor Day is the big magical day for some reason, but after Labor Day, all heck is going to break loose. Now, spoke to someone that owns a restaurant, and they have stages and stations in the restaurant. Pasta, seafood, vegetables, salads, things like that. Have to close stations now because they just don't have people that'll work right now. Can't get dishwashers. Can't pay people enough for that right now. So absolutely insane. The next thing is off the coast of California, there are 44 cargo ships that are backed up, that are waiting for weeks to get unloaded right now. Now, I'm going to give you some friendly advice, and that is this. From someone that was in the entertainment industry and would see cycles of toys, and I learned this industry very well, okay? It's a horrible industry in the sense that things are bought and brought into the economy a year in advance so that they can be sold for Christmas. For example, this year, if the product's not here already, you're doomed for Christmas. It's that simple. But if you are looking for a Christmas gift for someone and you see it on the shelf and you think you're going to save $50 on Black Friday, there will be no Black Friday this year. There will be no traditional purchasing like we've seen in years gone by. If you see something, buy it now. You'd rather spend $25 more for it and have it than not have it. And that's what's going to happen. So this is just an absolute mess that is going to escalate in such a huge way because those cargo ships, they all don't have, Christmas gifts. They've got staples. They've got, toilet paper. They've got canned goods. They've got things like that from around the world. And again, my complaint, we're not selling them anything. So there's that. The next thing is with our economy, it is crazy. I live here in Southern California. They just completed the SoFi Stadium for the Los Angeles Rams, and they now have live fans again. A friend of mine took a nephew to a football game, and you have to hear this. Now, again, you guys know I love baseball. It cost me $10 to park my car to go to an Angel game. Okay, well worth it. It's great. Get close, whatever. SoFi Stadium, to park your car at SoFi Stadium is $120 to park your car. $120. And the Rams fans are degenerates. They're fighting amongst each other. Again, not against the other teams. These guys are brawling in the stands and beating the crap out of each other, and you get to pay $120 to park your vehicle. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard of in my life. So the next thing is Allegiant Field, where the Raiders are playing now, is an absolute mess. They had wrestling there last week, and the sewer system failed. The key swipe system failed, but then they tried to blow that off and say, hey, it's no big deal. This happened throughout a couple different states. That's the last thing you need. When you go to these stadiums now, there's no cash. It's all, you have to have a card. You have to have a debit card. There's no cash involved in the transactions. You can't buy a pizza, can't buy a hot dog, can't buy a beer, can't buy anything without having a debit or credit card on you. It's that simple. So again, fights, just degeneracy. You know, again, what is it worth to go out of your home to be treated poorly for a sporting event? I'll tell you, let me think, nothing is worth that. But $120, and my friend who brought his nephew, he got tickets through StubHub. Oh, you can't use this entrance for StubHub. You have to walk around. Now the kid, his nephew's disabled. They had to walk all the way around the stadium, which is horrible. But again, that's how things are right now. But you get to spend $120, and I'm not making this up, to park your vehicle. So again, share your thoughts. Will you be going to a Rams game? Do you care about that? Or a Chargers game for that matter? Because those two wonderful teams share the same stadium. So share your thoughts. As far as the stock market's concerned, Morgan Stanley again is calling for at least a 10% correction in the stock market. And they're also seeing inflation at the highest level in 30 years. So folks, you know, again, we're living in la la land. We're living in a time that nothing is real right now. Nothing is right. You're supposed to ignore gas prices. You're supposed to ignore food prices. And again, you're seeing them absolutely skyrocket, but you're gonna have your friends out of a job right now. You're gonna have family members out of a job. Housing sales, I've gone off almost 2%. Think about this. They were anticipating a 0.3% number, and almost 2% of the houses that went into escrow did not close escrow. This is the kiss of death. This is the beginning of the crash, guys. Now, people are gonna sit there and say, oh, there's gonna be no real estate crash, Dan. It's all gonna be great. It's all gonna get worked out. No, it's not gonna get worked out, because I have so many landlords I've talked to that are just waiting to sell their properties. It's that simple, okay? So again, guys, I value each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. There will be much more coming. Please share your thoughts. I will be fine. My normal rehab for anything whenever I've been sick has been running, which I clearly can't do right now, but I will be back. And onward and upward, guys. Thanks for all the positive thoughts, the prayers, everything you sent. And again, I will be fine. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. And please understand that this economy, you're kidding yourself if you think that things are just going to flip back. But if you don't have a job right now, get a job. Do what you can do to work right now and take these jobs, because I'm telling you, as winter gets here, there will be nothing but problems in getting employment. You're gonna be grateful for whatever you can get, because there are no more stimulus packages. Good luck, reach out. I will see you guys very soon, and onward and upward.